So, today I want to talk about the concept of living as. We hear a lot in the gender ideology movement where a man will say that he is living as a woman, or a man feels that he always knew that he was meant to live as a woman. So, I want to explain why this is an impossibility. This is a manipulative concept, and it can't actually exist in reality. A man can no more live as a woman than an animal can live as a plant. We can't live as a developmental path of another organism. You can externally mimic the appearance of that other organism, but you cannot live like them. So even if a man has achieved a level of mimicry in which some people perceive him as a woman, he is still living as a man who some people perceive as a woman. Mimicking the opposite sex has nothing to do with being on the developmental path of the opposite sex. So being a man who is perceived as a woman is not related. It has nothing to do with actually being in a woman's body and being on the developmental path that we call womanhood. Those two experiences are unrelated. And in fact, the act of mimicking the opposite sex is an activity that is unique to that original sex. So men who are on wrong sex hormones and who have extreme plastic surgeries to appear female, they are having a uniquely male experience. Having your penis inverted and your balls cut off, that is uniquely male, okay? Women don't have to do anything to be a woman. There's nothing a woman has to do to live as a woman. I can perform every single aspect of femininity. I cannot perform any aspect of femininity. I'm still living as a woman because that is the developmental path that my body is on. Just like whatever I do, regardless of any concepts that I hold about myself, I'm always living as an animal. Okay, I'm never living as a plant. I'm never living in a way where I am rooted, and I'm never living in a way that I'm processing nutrients through photosynthesis. That's not something that I can live as. Whatever concept I hold about myself, I'm always living as an animal. So basically, this is just to say that a man who is on wrong sex hormones and having plastic surgery, he's having a uniquely male experience, and the fact that he has to concede to continuing to be a lifelong medical patient for the rest of his life in order to upkeep this mimicry, that only proves how much he is living as a man because he has to keep performing these activities in order to upkeep his mimicry. He is living as a man because if he was a woman, he wouldn't have to do anything. And that is why men cannot live as women and women cannot live as men, regardless of whether or not they are able to deceive the other people around them.